game is already ready here. It's going to be on Bubbles, a map we haven't seen too much, but it is going to be an exciting map. Nonetheless, let's get into game one.
So in the top right, we have our Polish Terran player in the blue. It is kogeT.
Big donations coming in from everyone. Bottom right, it is going to be the Red Protoss Bonyth. I missed the first one, but all in with a $20. The first one was also a $20 donation. I missed the name, guys.
I think it was Moontang. Moontang
Spacewalk.
Moontang Spacewalk. Thank you for
Space Valk or Spacewalk. Guys, we have like a kind of a much lower resolution here on our end, so sometimes we can't get to read the names just right. So apologies in advance if we read the names wrong or pronouncing them wrong or whatever. But thank you so much for the support. And yeah, the game's gonna be Bubbles.
Yeah. So this is just a basically clone of Fighting Spirit. Now I know Artosis's opinions on this.
Yeah.
So let me hear the Gypsy opinion, and also I want to know about these spawns. What do you think about it from Terran's point of view? Is this a good spawn for kogeT?
Well, I feel like you're setting up this question because you already know my answer, Dan. And if I would have asked you the same thing, you would have been the same answer here. But I am taking on the identity of the villain of the cast. I am the dark side of the duo. So I will tell you my unabrasive or unfiltered opinion about these positions. But they're not very good for Terran. This is one of the reasons why TVP on Fighting Spirit and probably on this map is kind of annoying, is that a pretty significant portion of the time you get these clockwise spawns here, and you don't really have easy access to your third base, and it just sucks. It's not a good feeling. So I'm interested to see. kogeT is one of the Terran players that I have seen go for stuff like the 7 Factory 2 base attack, which would be a good option here. You know, the upside is that the distances between the two naturals is quite small, so the attack can work, you know, very well if he does choose to go for a timing. But playing standard 3 base here is very hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say that since we've seen it twice or a couple times that he's played the 7 fact timing, wants an optimizer, can't remember the other game. It would be a nice choice now that he is going to be at top right, whereas Bonyth is bottom right, and it's very easy for Bonyth to just sit on the third base with Goon Reaver or something along those lines and just deny it for forever. Now, kogeT still doesn't know about this scenario, but he is going to cross scout and he is going to find Bonyth at bottom right. Now, I want to talk about our intro. You saw that we instant transmission twice. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I know Krillin and Yamcha can't instant transmission. So is it possible that we are actually Goku and Vegeta? I know people in the chat were saying that we're Krillin and Yamcha, but I don't know about that now that I've instant transmissioned in here back-to-back days.
Yeah, we could be. But we could also be, honestly, you know who we probably are?
Who are we?
I think I'm Majin Buu and you're Cell.
I'm Cell?
Yeah. I mean, who else would you be then? Think about it. But I'm Majin Buu at this point.
You're Majin Buu. I don't...
Yeah. The pink guy.
Yeah, I know who it is, but there was different forms of Majin Buu.
Oh, I'm the first.
Oh, you're the first one. You're Fat Buu.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I would have thought
and
you were.
You're Cell 3, dude.
Cell 3, so I'm not even Perfect Cell.
No, that's Perfect Cell, right?
Oh, is it Perfect Cell? Oh, Anonymous, thank you for the $20 tip. And look, I think that is the best name I've seen so far. Nipsey. I don't know about Gipsoken and the other couple names that the people have come up with, but we do have kogeT going for this. Was this gasless? I don't think it was gasless. Maybe it was. Regardless, Goon's putting on some pressure onto the bunker. Nexus going up for Bonyth. I didn't get to see his tech just yet. Yeah, this wasn't that. This is just going to be tank. We don't know if it's mines or siege mode, but I'm a big believer in the siege expansion. Now in Bonyth's main, since we know he's so good with his control, I imagine it's more than likely just going to be reaver.
Yeah, it is probably going to be at least a robo follow-up, but looking at his main, Bonyth does have 2 gates at least, so very standard opening. And again, kogeT is not a fan of the racks expanding in general. That's going to be a 3-gate opening, so going straight into obs, which, you know, I kind of understand here from Bonyth, because I think recently, if you look at kogeT's TVPs, he is favoring the quick armory, and once again, he is only on 1 factory and getting siege mode already. He's getting eBay also, so I'm assuming that behind this he actually probably does have an armory going, and Bonyth is going to put a scouting pylon there at the 3rd. No, actually it's just going to be eBay into a 2nd factory, so I'm guessing that kogeT did not get the rescout that he wanted to confirm Bonyth's natural, and he's going to have to get the eBay there just to make sure that he doesn't die to DTs or something like that. So very kind of safe opening here from kogeT. It's very robust. You don't actually die to anything, but at the same time it is a bit slow in terms of the tempo, so Bonyth is going to be able to just take this expansion for free.
We have seen kogeT go for a mixed bag of builds. You were mentioning he did go for the upgrades, but I'm thinking back to a couple of the games. Didn't we see him go for a 10-10-10 on Sylphid? We also saw drops on Benzene. So I think that this 3-gate observer opening is a pretty nice opener versus kogeT. Well, this is triple turret. Oh. Now let me tell you,
this is the Nyoken special, right?
Yeah, this could be the Nyoken build, which is you just go bio behind this. Really, you don't often build triple turret this fast at 625 unless you've got something planned. But there was no academy. Also, there was the floated eBay, so you can't get, you know, +1 weapon or +1 armor. So this, I'm curious what this is. This looks like it's probably going to be something like a 6-fact.
I don't know. I think he probably just put down a... Yeah, it is going to be more factories actually at the north side of his base. So going into 5 factory actually, but honestly, investing this much money into turrets is quite a detriment. You know, if kogeT had went for something like a racks expand, I feel like this would have been much more cohesive in terms of putting the turrets up, but this really does eat into your economy. He has to cut a lot of SVs. You can see the command centers are not blinking just yet. He does have a decent amount of tanks though already built up. He is at 6, probably going to go up to 8, and this is going to be a really strong timing. Now Bonyth did go for the fast 3rd Nexus, but he needs to actually start cutting probes immediately. You can see he's only on 3 gateway production. The support bay is going to be huge though. Having a reaver to deal with this push is going to be massive, especially if he micros correctly. But you have to keep in mind, despite the fact that Bonyth actually has triple Nexus, if he doesn't cut units to get his infrastructure up, he's going to have 3 gates against 5 factories, and that is an overwhelming production advantage for the Terran. There we go.
I know Protoss units are strong, but if we see 3-gate beat a 6-fact, I don't even know what to say at that point. We see 6 gates are coming down for Bonyth, even though he didn't get an observer. And as I stated, getting this amount of turrets this quickly generally is some type of timing. I like how he got the Reaver in case it is some type of bio play. The Reaver would just melt a ton of the units very quickly. Now that is a lot of tanks very early into the game, already moving out at only 75 supply, but it looks like there's about 10 tanks mixed in. So this is going to be a very, very scary push. There's the Reaver, no Goliath. Remember, there's no armory, so it can potentially deal a lot of damage. Nice shuttle bomb right there, takes out one of the tanks and damages heavily 2 of the other ones.
Yeah, it is annoying to deal with this shuttle, but he has to leverage his production advantage. He's just going to push in here. You can see he has a lot of units. If the vultures are going to come up, they're going to drop mines. No siege just yet. This is actually a pretty good engagement here from kogeT, executing just right. Bonyth somehow did not drop. The Reaver did not get any shots off with the Reaver, and this is really important. If kogeT can get into position here outside the bridges, he can start building turrets and solidify his position and kind of reinforce with a bunch of factories. And now the gateway count has exploded for Bonyth. He recognizes what's going on. He's cutting probes at all nexuses, so he's going to have a lot of units coming in. This is going to be a battle of execution. Who can, will Bonyth have enough to defend against this? This is a good bombing run, and the Reaver gets dropped in the back, but it's only one Reaver. That connection was absolutely insane. Really good micro there from Bonyth, just clinically destroying this attack, but still kogeT has a lot of tanks left over. The Reaver is still alive, and it's going to kill the last 3 tanks. So absolutely beautifully executed from Bonyth. He had to basically have perfect micro there with the shuttle, and kogeT just not quite getting the focus fire on top of the Reaver that he's looking for, and now suddenly not in the greatest position.
Yes, insane micro from Bonyth there. Eliminates all the tanks easily, and as an observer, I thought the Reaver was dead. So when it unloaded, I was really shocked, and you know that kogeT was not expecting that at all either. That tank is going to fall down, and now that all of the tanks have been eliminated, kogeT just taps out. He knows there's no chance for him to recover this game, and Bonyth takes a very, very nice victory. And it looked really ugly because it was going to be 9 tanks knocking on your doorstep. How many goons? There was only like 9 goons in a Reaver, but the shuttle bombing and the Reaver, just immaculate micro display from Bonyth.
Yeah, and just kind of unfortunate there for kogeT. You know, the turret ring makes a lot of sense in 2 ways, right? One is to deny vision so that the opponent doesn't necessarily react correctly. The other is to defend your base from Reaver drops while you're pushing, because obviously if Bonyth would get some Reavers on top of kogeT's mineral line, then suddenly his economy would be disrupted and he wouldn't be able to constantly reinforce off of the 5 factories. But at the same time, putting down 6 turrets like that off of a factory expand really delays your 5 factory timing. You know, it is a huge investment. So by the time he pushed out, Bonyth had time to put up, you know, a couple more gateways. He was up to 7 gate with the Reavers. So I'm not quite sure, you know, exactly where kogeT could have improved his build to have gotten a better result there, but Bonyth kind of convincingly stopping that.